G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Little Aussie Collector here, and we are pretty pumped today. We've got the Robert Downey Jr. life-size 1:1 custom bust in the house here today. So we've just set him up, so can't wait to get this video out for you guys to have a look at. So got to give a shout out to Hannah Lee here, who sent this to me, and there was a lot of controversy about this piece about a year ago. Some saying that perhaps it was a bit of a scam, some saying it was just AI, computer generated, but happy to tell you that this bust is 100% real. Hannah Lee has sent me this one through, so big shout out to her for getting this to me. But without further ado, let's get into the bust. That's what we're here to have a look at. And spoiler alert, this bust is fantastic. All right, so let's dive in here, guys. Now, you may be aware that this comes in a huge box. The box is ginormous. It's in my garage. I still have not brought it in the house because it is so big and it won't fit through any of my doors. But lucky enough that the pieces themselves are not too heavy, so I could just individually just bring them in one by one. So that wasn't too much of a drama, but that shipping box has got to go straight through to my container because it's not going to sit in my garage very long. All right, so the piece itself comes, there's a few different parts to the piece, so let's try and break them down individually here. When you open the top box here, you get the small bust to have a look at first. So this is the helmeted section of it, and you get a little mini bust display stand to go with it. So nothing too special here. We've got the logo down there, the Avengers Endgame, and you've got a little bit of body, and then you've got the helmet itself. So that's fine. It's a nice little add-on, I guess, and you can display it with the head on the actual main bust itself. But I personally won't be doing that. I have done that just for some photos, but I haven't done that for the purpose of the video. But that bust is quite large, like it's not small, so it would be a good accompanying piece next to another Avengers Marvel set, or even next to the bust itself, depending on your room. And as you can see there, that's where Iron Man is going to go. So I have got the Mark III here also from Queen, so we can have sort of like a little comparison here side by side. But let's dive in and have a look at what you're getting here with this custom bust. So we'll start with, I think the big negative to it is that the base itself is pretty average. Let's call it what it is. It's a plastic base. It's nothing special whatsoever. It's all one color. I'm not too fussed about it, but at the same time, it's nothing special at all. So don't get too excited, guys, for the base itself. The main body is much better than the base, that's for sure. But as we know here, the suit is different to my Mark III, of course. This is a very, you would call it like a car, sort of like car paint red. It's coming through a little bit lighter than what it is in real life here. And of course the arc reactor here is different to my Mark III. But the paint itself is very different to how my Mark III is done from Queen Studios. And as it should be, it should be definitely different. So we've got the gold shoulders, of course. So paintwork, it's pretty clean. Let's get you in for a couple of close-ups here. So the paint itself is pretty clean. It's I think the paint is probably an 8.5 out of 10 maybe. As we go through. And I will walk you through the back of the bust as well. So the color wise, I think he's definitely a little bit more golder than what it's showing up on the videos. I can see here on these shoulders there, a little bit more golder, but it's quite a subtle gold though. And there's a distinctive difference between the silver and the gold here. You can get that nice reflection in the camera there for the red. But everyone wants to see the portrait, and I am happy to tell you that this is phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. So I'll come back a step here, and there we have him. Now, if that's not RDJ, then I don't know what is, because that is fantastic. I went through all of my busts that I've got here in the collection, and if you're a member or if you follow the channel, you know that I've got a lot of busts, and this likeness is definitely got to be in my top 3, potentially even in the top 2. It is fantastic. So I'm going to show some highlighted features of the actual portrait that I've noticed that perhaps you don't get with some other busts, and then let you guys decide, but it is fantastic. So let's start off with one of the main things that I noticed straight away, and I hope that the camera can pick it up. I'll try and get in close, is the lines on the lips. So absolutely amazing work there. That's the level of detail that they've gone into this bust. You can actually get the lines of those lips, which is fantastic. So his goatee or his beard here is done very well. You've got the different colors in there as well. You've got the grays as well as, so you've got gray and then the brownish color, but also different lengths as well. So it's sort of been kept, but it's a little bit untidy, which is what you want. The skin pores are done very well. The nose is exceptional. And then his eyes are fantastic. So it is that piercing look through you. It's that real determined, fierce look. Done very, very well. So you do get a pair of glasses. I haven't got them on the video here, but you do get a pair of glasses to put on him if you wish, but I will be just displaying him as is. The forehead is done really well. You can see definite wrinkles in the forehead. And he's not as clean as what you would think from some of the other busts. So that was another thing that I noticed from some of the other busts that I've got, such as like the Cavill Superman, for example. It's a very clean look, whereas this is sort of, he's certainly got a little bit more age to him, and you can tell there with the wrinkles on the forehead and then through the eyes as well. So we're coming up to the hair. So the hair itself was styled in the box, so I did not have to touch the hair at all. So I will make a couple of small changes to it, but just for the purpose of the video tonight, I've just taken it out of the box just to highlight what you get when you purchase this. Excellent. So you get definite different colors. It is coming up a little bit darker than what it is in real life, I find. But again, we're at night time here in Australia, so I'm using just artificial light in the room. So it'll be great to have a look at this piece in the middle of the day with natural sunlight. So we'll give you a walk around the bust itself, because you've got the lighting system here is really good. I'll turn the lights on as well. So you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the front and then 2 at the back. So let's turn them on. Let's have a look. So the whole head obviously comes out, and then you can display that on the mini bust, and then you can display the helmet on here as well. So the paintwork comes across all the way to the back as well, of course, and you've got the 2 lights. Again, the paintwork is very clean. There is a big difference in the color, as we've said, between the Mark III and the Mark 85, as it should be. So they do have a little USB port here, which I've connected up, which is great for us Aussies. We don't have to worry about any American power cords, which is something that we have to always sort of get an adapter for, but in this instance, just being a USB is good. And we'll walk you through the front again here. We'll give you a nice side angle there, and we can see him. And then coming through to the front again, and you can see him all lit up. Again, remember we're late at night here in Australia, so apologies for the camera. So you can see him all lit up there with the suit, which looks great. It's quite bright as well, And then when the lights come on, it does have a little shining effect on his cheeks there. But overall, I am ecstatic to have this piece. This is certainly the one Ironman piece that anyone that loves the movies or is a massive Avengers fan will love this piece. Absolutely love it. I can't knock the portrait at all. It is fantastic. So we'll go again here just to the Mark III really quickly. Again, this piece by itself is phenomenal. I love this piece. There's probably not a need for me to have two busts, so it will be a very regretful sale, I think, but I think he probably will get sold. But this is a great piece, a really great piece. Having the different looks, maybe I can convince the wife that I can keep both, but I'm not too sure. Well, that's a great piece there, but just to highlight the different suits, of course, but if you're a big fan of the movie, you know why they're different. So the piece is real, guys, 100% real. I can't recommend this more highly. This is fantastic, really, really great piece. If anyone has the opportunity to purchase this, there's a bit of conjecture about how many there are, etc. But I know there's maybe 60, I think, at the moment. But even if it went to 100, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm fine with that. It's just such an epic bust. And this is going to go up in the display here. So it's going to look phenomenal next to Thanos and Hulk. Yeah, can't wait to get him up there. So I will do that later on tonight. But feel free to show us or give us a few comments here what you think of this bust. I'm not too sure. I don't think that anyone here in Australia has got this piece yet. So, and if you are in Australia and you get it, DM me and I'll tell you a couple of little tricks on how to assemble, because it was a little bit difficult getting it out of the box, but we managed to do that and get everything out unscathed. So overall thoughts, fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. The likeness is, maybe it's the best that I've got in the collection. I think the Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker, which is up there, maybe that's the number one, but I tell you what, this is absolutely amazing. So whatever the price that you are paying for it, it's well worth it. It's absolutely fantastic, and this will stay in the collection until I stop collecting, that's for sure. It will not be sold. So absolutely amazing piece. All right, there we have it, guys. Little Aussie Collector signing out. We'll do a bit of an update for you in the next couple of days, just to show you where I've put him and how he looks in the display. But for me, a massive 3 thumbs up for this piece. Absolutely brilliant. Until the next video, guys, stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you soon.